Hi everyone, this is Dr. D from Philadelphia Designer. Today we're gonna share with you the one experience with the PPP. It's called Paycheck Protection Program, which is offered by the federal CARE Act. That any business, especially small business, that can apply under 500 employee. Um, also they also offer the EIDL also. But I wouldn't. If you get both, one of them most likely it's going to be the loan instead of the forgivable loan. I'm just gonna discuss about the PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program today, because if you get the EIDL, it's going to be offset and you still consider loan, even though they say EIDL the advanced. So for the PPP, if you have LLC, S corp, C corp, whatever that you pay employee under W2, and they can be qualified. Okay, so if you are self-employed, I think you also be qualified also, but you need to check with your accountant just to be sure. Okay, so if you have, let's say example, to make it simple, you have one employee on W2, or the other part, if the other the one that you pay 1099 is not considered employee, so you're gonna recommend them to do the unemployment, apply for unemployment, because they actually get extra $600 from the federal, due to the pandemic. So $600 from federal stimulus check every week, which is a lot of people. Which is why a lot of people don't want to go back to work, because that's $600 extra per week is actually more than what they normally get paid. If you add from the unemployment plus that $600 every week, there's a lot. So therefore, some people they just don't want to come back to work. Okay, so for example, if you have one employee on W2, let's say their total income for the year is 60,000. So you divide by 12, which is 5,000 a month. So 5,000, now you have to multiply by 2.5, which is total is 12,500. Okay, so that would be qualified for 8 weeks plus the half 0.5. That is applied for rent, utility, whatever those apply, the remaining. But I don't think it's enough anyway for the rent, because most of the time the rent is more like 1,500 or more. It's a lot anyway. It's not gonna enough to cover with that money. So the only tricky part is you need to check with the bank to make sure their requirement in order to show how it's forgivable, because every bank, they have their own regulation. Also the government also have their own regulation also. So you need to file the application to get the forgivable part, and whatever the evidence that the bank require, you're gonna need document all that. Okay, so you need all that proof, but sometimes it's kind of tricky. It's just hard to get a proof of forgivable. So I guess the worst case, if it's not forgivable, if not qualified, and you just consider as a loan, because only 1%. Some people, they do whatever they can, but they're not qualified. So don't give yourself too much hope, because if they don't qualify, and then it's still a loan. But at least it's only 1%. interest rate, and you don't pay. The interest won't start kicking in until I believe it's 6 months later from the day you get the fund, and you have 2 years to pay it back. So it's not too bad. So make sure you use that fund wisely, because sometimes I think this pandemic is gonna last for a while. So if you don't have enough cash flow, you're gonna have problem. Okay, this is gonna be hard, because all the business is not gonna be get back to normal right away, because even though the city, the government gonna you know, ease up the restriction, the lockdown, so the business can start to open back up, but you still have to keep social distance 6 feet apart from each other. Um, Everybody gonna wear face mask, face shield, a lot of things. So a lot of business gonna have income reduced for a while, until I think until the vaccines come out. So probably take another year and a half at the end of 2021. So I hope everybody, try to reserve all the cash, whatever you can, and I hope you all, all survive. So best is check with your bank. The one usually the one that do the PPP is if you have a business relationship with them. Some places they have the online that you can file even if you don't have any relationship with them, but you can file through them and they can help you. Be careful, double check, make sure it's a legit website. Okay. Sometimes you can just walk to the bank, the local bank, and see